for 613 spring core, right? 613 spring core. Yeah, spring bean life cycle. For today's topic is spring bean life cycle. In the 2022. Right. So, shall we observe what is spring bean life cycle, guys? Right. Who manages spring bean life cycle, guys? Manage the spring bean life cycle. If you don't respond, I cannot go further. Spring container. Spring container is also called as IOC container or not? The Springs IOC container manages the spring bean life cycle. Right, boss? The Springs IOC container manages the spring bean life cycle. Comfortable, my dear? Right, boss. Okay. That means the IOC container takes care of all the activities related to spring bean from birth to death. From birth to death. Right from loading of class 2. Right from loading of class 2. Tell me. Class 2. Object creation. Object management. Okay. Calling life cycle methods. Calling life cycle methods. Okay. And destroying the objects. And destroying the objects and etc. And destroying the objects and etc. Got it, guys? So this falls under spring bean life cycle or not? This literally solidly falls under spring bean life cycle or not? Calling life cycle methods and destroying the objects and etc. operations. Simply etc. operations, boss. What do you say? Okay, guys. Servlet container manages the life cycle of servlet component by calling servlet life cycle methods. Right, boss? By calling servlet life cycle methods. For servlet life cycle events. For servlet life cycle event. Super, guys. Tell me, guys, instantiation event. Okay, life cycle. This is my life cycle method. Okay, instantiation event. Tell me. Init servlet config is. Instantiation event. Init servlet config is. Understanding my statement, boss? Come on. init servlet config. Yeah, rises. When this event will be raised, boss? Rises when the servlet container creates our servlet class object. Yes, na boss? Creates our servlet class object. Good. Number 2, request processing event. Sir, why are you talking servlet life cycle? I will tell. Wait. Request processing event rises when the servlet component gets the request from browser software. Gets the request from browser or client. Yeah, tell me what is the lifecycle method for this, guys? Public void service servlet request REQ. Come on, servlet response RES. Okay, throws servlet exception comma IO exception. Simply throw servlet exception comma IO exception. Super. Number 3. Restriction event rises when the servlet component is about to destroy our servlet class object. About to destroy our servlet class object. Cool, guys. Here is my what, guys? Public void destroy. What, guys? Public void destroy method. Public void destroy method. Super. This is for instantiation event. Yeah, this is for request processing event. This is for destroy. This is for destroy. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Are you getting my point, my dear? This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number. Total how many things are there? 3. Listen. In servlet component lifecycle, the lifecycle method names are fixed or not? The lifecycle method names are fixed or not? Why? Why? Because component is invasive component. Invasive component. That means servlet component class must implement Java x.servlet interface, Java x.servlet interface directly or indirectly, right, boss? Java x.servlet interface directly or indirectly. I hope you are understanding my statement, boss. Yeah. Tell me. The servlet component lifecycle method names are fixed names because tell me, because the servlet component is invasive component. Servlet component class must implement what, guys? Must implement Java x.servlet interface directly or indirectly. Must implement Java X dot servlet interface directly or indirectly. Super. Okay, guys. Spring's IOC container. Spring's IOC container rises only two life cycle events. Rises only two life cycle events. Understanding my statement, boss? How many life cycle events, guys? Two life cycle events. Okay, two life cycle events in the Spring Bean life cycle management. Spring Bean life cycle management. Okay. Since Spring Bean class is non-invasive class. Non-invasive class. The life cycle methods. The life cycle method names are not fixed. Are not fixed. The life cycle method names are not fixed. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Are you getting my point? The life cycle method names are not fixed in Spring Bean life cycle management. In Spring Bean life cycle management. In Spring Bean life cycle. Clear, guys? Events means actions, Rabab. Events means actions. Spring Bean life cycle. In Spring Bean life cycle. Okay. The action performed on the object. The action performed on the object is called event. Is called event. Okay. The events are like creating object, okay, destroying object, and etc. Okay, guys. This life cycle methods of. And tell me, Spring Bean is non-invasive. Is there any chance of having fixed methods, guys? Or when that Spring Bean class is not compulsory to implement any interface, not compulsory to extend from any class, is there any chance of having fixed methods? Is there any chance of having fixed methods as life cycle methods? No chance, no possibility of having life cycle method, fixed life cycle methods, right? Say something, my dear. Got the clarity or not? Life cycle events of Spring Bean are number one, instantiation event. Instantiation event arises when the IOC container creates our Spring Bean class object. Our Spring Bean class object. Okay. Calls. Okay. Calls. Programmer configured method as the init life cycle method. What method, guys? Init life cycle method. Programmer configured method as the init life cycle. This is instantiation. Destruction event rises when the IOC container is about to destroy our Spring Bean class object. When the IOC container is about to destroy our Spring Bean class object. Super guys. Calls the programmer configured method as destroy life cycle. Are you getting my point there, guys? Understanding my statement? Instantiation event, destruction event. Instantiation event, destruction event. Comfortable here, guys? Yeah, listen, guys. Definitely, it's a custom method now. Custom method, user-defined method. This is also user-defined method. Come on. This is also user-defined method. What do you say, guys? Definitely, this is also user-defined. This is my instantiation event. This is my destruction. This is my instantiation event. This is my destruction event. Cool. Super cool. Got the clarity? Super cool and got the clarity or not? Come on, are you with me? Yeah, this is my instantiation event. This is my destruction event. Everyone understood my statement, guys? Everyone convinced why methods are user-defined methods? Okay. Why the Spring Bean lifecycle methods are user-defined methods? Methods are not fixed methods. Okay. Tell me. Can you tell me? Methods are not fixed methods. We can take any Java class as Spring Bean. We can take any Java class in Spring Bean. Okay. Spring Bean class is non-invasive class. Spring Bean class is a non-invasive class. Understanding my statement? Okay. Spring Bean class is a non-invasive class. That means Spring Bean class need not to implement implement or extend from Spring API specific interfaces or classes. Interfaces are classes. So there is no possibility of having, come on, having fixed methods in Spring Bean lifecycle. Understanding my statement, guys? So there is no possibility of having fixed methods in Spring Bean lifecycle. Understanding my question? This makes the programmer to configure his choice methods as the life cycle. Understanding my statements. What kind of logics? What kind of logic we place in Spring Bean lifecycle? Spring Bean lifecycle methods. What kind of logics we place in Spring Bean lifecycle methods? Can you help me this, boss? What kind of logics we can place in Spring Bean lifecycle methods? Super. How many lifecycle methods are there? 2 are there. In the init lifecycle method, the init lifecycle method, we place, guys. Now listen. Array, injection itself initialization, na? Array, set injection itself initialization. Come on. Assigning value to. Guys, you are not focusing, you are not responding in the chat box. You take any injection, indirectly assigning dependent values to target class object. Assigning dependent class object to target class object is some kind of initialization only, na boss? That is some kind of initialization only. What do you say, boss? Will you agree with me? In the init lifecycle method, we place the following classes. Number 1. Okay. Following classes. A. Since init lifecycle method executes after completion of all injections, so we check whether correct values are injected or not. So we check whether correct values are injected or not to the Spring Bean properties. So we check whether correct values are injected or not to the Spring Bean properties. Okay. Injected or not to the Spring Bean properties. Correct values are injected or not to the Spring Bean properties. Okay. In the init lifecycle method. I hope you understood, guys. Since init life cycle method executes after completion of what? All the injections on Spring Bean. So we check whether correct values are injected or not to the Spring Bean or not to the Spring Bean properties in the init life cycle method. If not injected, we try to throw the exception. If injected, we enjoy. If not injected, we try to throw the exception or not. I want reply. Are you convinced or not? We was, yeah, we can initialize those Spring Bean properties in the init method, in the init life cycle method. Okay, we can initialize those Spring Bean properties that are not participated in. Okay, dependency injection operations. Superna boss. Okay. Suppose Spring Bean is having 10 properties. 6-7 properties are participating in injections. So we need not to initialize once again. So remaining 3-4 properties are there. Na? The remaining 3-4 properties are there, na boss. We can initialize those Spring Bean properties that are not participating in the dependency injection operation in the init life cycle. You guys got the clarity, boss? Come on. Next, number 2. Number 2. In the destroy life cycle methods, we place the following losses. We place the following losses. Understanding my statement? Yeah. Tell me first one, what we do, guys? We nullify the bean properties. We nullify the Spring Bean properties in the destroy life cycle method. Whatever values we have assigned, we try to nullify them. Suppose property is object type, we assign null. When object is about to destroy, better to release everything, na boss. Better to empty everything. When person is about to die, he still holds properties, he still carries headaches. No, na. He will try to release all his responsibilities to family members or not. He will try to release all his responsibilities to family members or not, one by one. Hey beta, you take care of this business. Hey beta, you take care of family. Hey daughter, you take this gold. He will try to release all his responsibilities or not. Say something, my dear. Okay. Nullifies the Spring Bean properties. Assigns the reference variables to null, numeric variables to what is that? 0, floating variables to 0.0. and exit. Floating variables to 0.0 exit. B, guys. Floating variables to 0.0 and etc. Tell me what is the next one, guys? Nullifies the spring bean properties. Simply, literally nullifies the spring bean properties. Sure, guys, sure. Next one, releasing the non-Java resources. Suppose Spring Bean is having connection with the database. Better to release it now, boss. Releasing the non-Java resources associated with the Spring Bean. Associated with Spring Bean. Like, okay, releasing the JDBC connection. JDBC connection from Spring Bean. Like releasing the JDBC connection from Spring Bean. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on, are you with me? Like releasing the JDBC connection from Spring Bean. Is that clear, guys? Got the clarity, guys? Come on. Okay. Hey, it's not compulsory. You need to. Hey, all are optional, boss. Writing, placing life cycle method in Spring Bean is optional. Purely optional, because Spring Bean is not a invasive, na boss. Placing life cycle methods in Spring Bean is purely optional, because Spring Bean is a non-invasive class, right? If interested to do all this thing, place it. Otherwise, leave it. Because Spring Bean is a non-invasive class. Non-invasive class. What did you guys understood my statement, guys? Come on. It's a non-invasive class, boss. So definitely it fall under non-invasive class or not. Why the Spring Bean life cycle methods are not fixed methods? And we understood what kind of logics we will do, guys. Okay. Three different approaches of Spring Bean life cycle methods configuration. Three different approaches of Spring Bean life cycle methods configuration. A declarative approach. A to approach us. A declarative approach. Understanding my statement, guys? Array JDBC connect. Releasing JDBC connection to database now, boss. Array. You are looking JDBC word. Okay, I will say DB connection. DB connection is a Java resource or non-Java resource? Melvin Ras. JDBC connection points to whom? Database. Database connection is what? Java resource or non-Java resource? Declarative approach. Declarative approach. Here, the life cycle methods will be configured using XML file. Here, the life cycle methods will be configured using XML file. Nothing using 1 minute. Init hyphen method, comma, destroy hyphen method attributes of being tagged in Spring Bean configurations, which is nothing but XML. Cool, guys. Next, B. Programmatic approach. Grammatic approach, guys. Okay. Here, Spring Bean gets, this is very important. Spring Bean gets fixed life cycle methods. Fixed life cycle methods. Fixed life cycle methods because Spring Bean class needs to implement Spring API supplied interfaces. Yeah. Here, Spring Bean becomes, this is a side effect of this problem. Here, Spring Bean becomes invasive Spring Bean. Here, Spring Bean becomes invasive Spring Bean. Understanding my statement? Here, Spring Bean becomes invasive Spring Bean. Here is my declarative approach, guys. Super. Here is my programmatic approach, guys. Another super word. Now let's see here. Annotation-driven approach. Annotation-driven approach. Annotation-driven approach. Oh. Here, Spring Bean is non-invasive. Here, Spring Bean is non-invasive. Because next, guys, what is this approach? Annotation-driven approach. Tell me. I will give methods. When I launch each approach, I will give methods, please. Okay. Here, the methods of Spring Bean will be configured as lifecycle methods using @predestroy, comma, @post-construct annotations. Okay, post-construct annotations. Post-construct annotations. Right, boss? @predestroy, @post-construct annotations. Okay. Here, Spring Bean becomes invasive or non-invasive? Non-invasive Spring Bean. Non-invasive Spring Bean. Here was super. Okay. Method, custom methods. Custom methods. Custom methods are life cycle methods. Custom methods are life cycle methods. Here also. Custom methods are life cycle methods. Okay. Which is best approach? I will talk at the end. First, study all the three approaches, then worry about remaining. So, shall I take one by one, boss? First, declarative approach. First, what? Declarative approach. First, declarative approach. Here, the life cycle. Here, the life cycle methods will be configured using init method, destroy method attributes. Attributes of bean tag in Spring Bean configuration file. Here, Spring Bean is non-invasive. Here, Spring Bean is non-invasive. Here, Spring Bean is non-invasive, boss. Here, Spring Bean is non-invasive. Everyone got the clarity, guys? Come on. Here, Spring Bean is non-invasive. Spring Bean is non-invasive. Supernovas got the clarity, guys? Come on. Are you with me? Right. Okay, now listen. Yeah. One more thing I have forgot to. Yeah. Note. The init life cycle method. Init life cycle method and destroy life cycle method must have fixed signature. Must have the following fixed signature. Follow fixed signature. You don't have freedom to take your own choice, rather. What is that, you know? It should be public method. Return type should be okay. Params. Clear, guys? Params body. Params body. Got it now? Okay. Super. Next. Public void. Destroy method. Destroy method. Okay. No parameters. This. No parameters. No parameters. Okay. The Spring Bean life cycle methods. Yeah. Return type should be void. Must be public methods. C. No param should be taken. No param should be taken. Got it, guys? No params should be taken. Understanding my statement? No param should be taken. No parameter should be taken. Got it? Return type should be void. Must be public methods. No param should be taken. No param should be taken. No parameter should be taken. Are you getting my point, guys? Super, super means return type should be void. Must be public methods. No param should be taken. No parameter should be taken. Clear, guys? See this? Public void. Method names is your choice. Listen, boss. Okay, guys. Now tell me. We must remember and we must remember and configure methods as life cycle methods. Otherwise, they will not be treated as life cycle methods. This is one headache is there. We must remember or identify. We must identify our number and configure methods as life cycle methods. Otherwise, they will not be treated as life cycle methods. Understanding my statement? They will be treated as a normal method of Spring Bean. If you forget, they will be treated as a normal method of Spring Bean. Super, guys. Okay, guys. Now, let's see, guys. What is my plan? I will tell. What is my plan? I will tell. How voting eligibility, voting eligibility check, voting eligibility check. Voting eligibility check. What is this service? My Spring Bean is what? Voting eligibility check service. This is my Spring Bean. Here we have properties, Ramo. Here I have properties. Name property is there. Age property is there. Address property is there. Next, date of verification. Date of verification property is there. Okay, guys. Now listen, guys. Name must be given. Name must be given. Age must be numeric value. Is this? Age must be numeric value, right? Age must be positive numeric value. What is that? Positive numeric value, right? Okay. That means it also must be given. Optional, boss. Optional. Okay. Listen. Okay. Should be initialized to system. Should be initialized to system. Got it, my dear. Understanding my statement. Should be initialized to system. Max limit, fine. That's not an issue. If you want, you can take a max limit also. Not a problem. It is optional. Should be initialized to system. The business method is public string check eligibility. Public string check eligibility. Public string check eligibility. Public string check eligibility. Understanding my statement, guys? Public string check eligibility. Check eligibility. Understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Super. Here is the last. Here is the last. A is greater than 18. Greater than or equal to 18. Greater than or equal to 18. Okay. Eligible to vote. Otherwise, not eligible to vote. Otherwise, not eligible to vote. Sukhana boss. Super. The next, what is there, guys? Next, what is there? Next, what is there? Next, what is there? Public wide my INIT method. This is plan only. Yeah, what is this? Custom init method, right, boss? Custom init method. In this my INIT method, verify name comma is properties are injected with correct values or not. Injected with correct values or not. Understanding my statement, guys? Injected with correct values or not. Super. Next, DOE is equal to new data. Here DOE is leftover property, na? DOE is leftover property. Assigning system date to it or not? Assigning system date. Leftover property. I am giving planning here only, Babu. Come on. Leftover property initialized with system date. Come on, guys. Super. Yeah, this is the story in custom init method. Super. Next, custom destroy method. What is this? Custom destroy method. My destroy. What is this? This is my custom destroy method. This is my custom destroy method. Tell me, guys. Name is equal to null. Address is equal to null. Age is equal to 0. DOE is equal to. Are nullifying the properties or not? Seriously, we are nullifying the Spring Bean properties or here we are nullifying the Spring Bean properties. Here we are nullifying the Spring Bean properties. Cool, guys. Got the clarity, guys? Come on. I think the entire plan is given. Sir, how you are going to assign values to this name is address? And I am going to collect these values from properties file now, boss. Info dot info dot properties. Because I don't want to hard code values for this name is. Here I want to collect these values from what? Info dot properties. Super. Here what is this? PR dot name Raja. PR dot age 30. PR dot PR dot name Raja. PR dot age this. Address Hyderabad. Super. I will try to get the values from properties. Super, guys. Okay. PR dot name Raja, PR dot age 30, PR dot address Hyderabad. Cool, guys. Are you comfortable, guys? Your name, your age, your address. Coming or not coming? Definitely coming. PR dot name, PR dot age, PR dot address. Super cool means super. But in application context dot Excel. In application context dot Excel. Alright, purely here we have to configure Java class using XML only because everything through XML only here. Vote checking eligibility service. Class is equal to com dot nt dot sbeans dot. What is the class name, guys? What is the class name, guys? Checking eligibility, boss. Tell me. Init-method. Init-method. My INIT. Destroy-method. My destroy. My destroy. Init-method. My INIT. Destroy-method. My destroy. Understanding? Dot, dot, dot. End of the bean tag. Dot, dot, dot. End of the bean tag. This is extra na, boss. You should remember and configure. Array, my INIT, my destroy is not fixed. My INIT, my destroy is not fixed. Any name you can give. Whatever names you have taken, that should be configured here. So let me highlight them also. Here is my INIT configured, boss. Here is my destroy is configured. Here is my destroy is configured. Are you comfortable, guys? Got the clarity? This is my bean ID. This is my this. Right. This is the basic plan, Rabab. This is not actual application. This is the basic plan. So tomorrow when we meet, we will try to implement this. Come on, guys. Are you comfortable? Understood? Spring Bean life cycle discussions, we are doing this. Spring Bean life cycle discussions, we are doing. In that one, we are taking declarative approach. After teaching all, today not possible. Today we have less time, boss. Today we cannot complete this application development, right? Okay. So let us summarize what we discussed today. Okay. Life cycle management, someone taking care of all the activities from birth to death, like loading class, creating object, managing object, calling life cycle methods, and destroying object. Super. What is life cycle event? The action performed on the object or component in different phases of life cycle is called life cycle event. The method that executes automatically for life cycle method is called life cycle. The method that executes automatically for life cycle method is called life cycle method. Are we going to call life cycle method manually? No. They will be called automatically for life cycle event, right? The action performed on the object or component is called component during the object life cycle is called life cycle event. Is called life cycle event. Super. Next, the method that executes automatically when the life cycle event is raised is called life cycle. Is called life cycle method. We don't call life cycle methods manually, Babu. They will be called automatically by underlying container or server or frame. Okay. Don't call life cycle methods manual. They will be called, tell me, automatically based on the life cycle events that are raised. Based on the life cycle events that are raised. Based on the life cycle events that are raised. Comfortable, guys? Based on the life cycle events that are raised. Cool. Okay. I think today you got some knowledge about life cycle process. Comfortable, guys? Enjoyed? Enjoyed or not? Got the clarity? So let me place your document in the Google Classroom. Google Classroom. Spring Core, we have hardly another 3-4 classes. We have hardly another 3-4 classes for Spring Core. Then we will be having Spring JDBs, Spring AOP, like this lot of class, lot of modules one by one will come. Okay. Browse. Where is this class content? Spring. Advanced Java not yet started. Advanced Java is started now, boss. Advanced Java started in 9 a.m. slot, 4 p.m. slot. They are surprisingly asking me that. Okay. Lastly, Spring MVC. Spring Security is the last one. Spring Security is the last one. This is being placed, boss. Okay. Kavya Palla